What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Neon Pow here. Today, we're going to be talking about what if Sakura was useful, part 1. So if you haven't seen the previous video, I have a link for you in the description, or you can click on the card. So be sure to check that out. I know it's been a while since I've been with you guys, and I just have to say that I'm really glad to be back. I've missed you a lot. I've been going through a bit of a transition, shall we say. But regardless, I would love to see some support for this video, so let's see if you beasts can get us 200 likes. So without further ado, let's jump right in. This tale is a story about a girl that was destined for failure. She was given nothing and expected to do everything. She was surrounded by fighting geniuses, and as a kunoichi, expected to be their support, which she could not even do correctly. However, in this universe, our female protagonist is much different than her canon counterpart. She was faced with a life-changing accident as a child that caused her personality and outlook on life to change completely. She would be the one that everyone looked up to instead of down upon. She would not only make a name for herself, but be someone she could be proud of. A shinobi that was not restricted by societal standards and forced upon limits. She would be a force to be reckoned with. She would be Sakura Haruno. That's me. With that, we last left our useful kunoichi on the training grounds with her teammates, awaiting their sensei for a morning debriefing. However, as usual, Kakashi was a few hours tardy. The young shinobi were eager to get started with some training, especially Sakura, as she had been perfecting the new jutsu she picked up. With that built-up energy, Sakura informed Naruto that they would be starting to spar as they waited for their sensei. As Naruto showcased his army of multi-shadow clones and Sakura delivered a massive blow to the ground, despawning all of them, Kakashi arrived on the scene. As he sees the massive destruction before him, he is quite impressed by the showcase of power. However, what the shinobi don't know is that Kakashi is truly after camaraderie, more so than anything. With that in mind, he informs the genin about his bell test and all that comes with it. If they can't retrieve the 2 bells in the allotted time, they will all be relinquished as genin. This sends a shockwave of nervousness to the kids, even to Sasuke, who is usually cool and emotionless. With that, the test begins, and the genin scatter. Sakura doesn't really know what to expect from their sensei. She is confident in her abilities, but she definitely knows she is outclassed when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, especially going up against a high-class shinobi. She is also kind of embarrassed that she used her ground pound attack during the sparring, as with her current mastery, she can only use it once every few hours as it takes time for her to gain enough chakra. Fortunately for her, she has gone her whole life without her new jutsu, and has plenty of other abilities and techniques she can use to combat their current obstacle. Thinking tactically has been the game for years, and she knows she will need to borrow the power of her teammates. Since she has been studying her comrades quite closely over the years, Naruto more so by accident, she understands their predictable attitudes, weaknesses, and strengths. Sakura is confident that Sasuke will wait for an ideal opening to attack, so she has to quickly find Naruto before he makes a fool of himself. Unfortunately for Sakura, Naruto is already way ahead of her and is staring down Kakashi for the alpha male spot. Sakura sighs, but knows that Naruto's unpredictability was bound to get in the way. She quickly tracks down Sasuke, who doesn't look eager to see her. However, Sakura ignores his remarks and begins whispering her plan to use Naruto's foolishness to their advantage. Sasuke's face takes a quick turn of attitude, as he couldn't believe Sakura was being so engaging with the useful plan. Sakura knows they have one shot at her plan, as their sensei most likely underestimates their abilities, as Naruto is attempting to outdo Kakashi with taijutsu and his shadow clones, all of which is going very poorly. Sasuke and Sakura are getting into position. Kakashi, while holding his book in one hand, dispatches Naruto's clones with the other, and as a final surprise closes his book and begins forming the sign of the forbidden jutsu. 1,000 years of death to unleash upon Naruto. As Naruto clenches his cheeks preparing for impact, the unexpecting sensei feels the floor underneath him rumble and break, making him lose his balance and trap his shoe. Sakura, while she couldn't create a giant crater like before with her strength, used what chakra store she had left and her chakra precision to create a weakening point on the ground. To add to this surprise attack, Kakashi sensei begins to feel a large ball of heat coming from behind them. He is astonished that they could come up with such an ambush with so little time. However, However, he is ashamed that they would risk their comrade's life as the big ball of flame was coming to engulf Naruto as well. Little did Kakashi know that the surprise attack was not over. Sakura throws down a water bomb to disperse the flames and create steam, causing some cover for her to infuse Sasuke's kunai with the thin blade of chakra, which he uses to throw at Kakashi's bell string. Kakashi, all in this time, is making his escape as he knows this is an ambush, but fails to realize the bell falling to the ground. As the steam clears, the bell is left on the floor. Kakashi, realizing this, quickly rushes back to Naruto to retrieve the bell. Sakura, knowing they can't possibly outrun their sensei in time, uses a confused Naruto one last time. She waves at Naruto to get his attention, winks, and sends a kiss, which makes Naruto blush and lose his balance, falling on top of the bell before Kakashi can grab it. The team of 3 was actually able to secure the bell. Well, sort of. As the bamboozled Naruto feels some discomfort from his butt, he reaches down and picks out a crushed bell. He is actually surprised to see Kakashi's bell and kind of nervously laughs as he just crushed their token to stay as a genin. Kakashi sees this and begins looking enraged. He ends the bell exercise immediately and calls on the young ninjas to line up before him. Everyone is somewhat nervous about Kakashi's reaction. They had no idea he was so attached to these metal dangling balls. As Kakashi takes a deep breath, the genin hold theirs. Kakashi then tells them all that they passed! Of course, everyone is very confused, especially since they only got one partial bell. Kakashi then begins explaining that the real reason for this exercise was to test their teamwork, which they portrayed phenomenally, granted in their weird and quirky way. In the end, Team 7 was officially formed, now with better and improved teamwork. The team now embarks on countless dangerous missions, hunting cats, picking up trash, and doing odd jobs around the village. Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke were pretty fed up with all the filler missions they were forced to do. To add to this, even though they showed great teamwork during the bell test, it didn't quite translate to these other tasks. Fortunately, Kakashi uses his clout to come in clutch and get his team a more interesting mission. The team is now assigned to an escort mission for an old bridge builder to the land of the waves. Naruto still complains and rants about having to take care of an old geezer. Before Team 7 heads out, Sakura informs Naruto that he needs to get serious. She tells him to keep all the hard training he endured to get here in mind. Sasuke catches wind of this and is once again surprised to see Sakura taking initiative. As the team makes their way to the land of waves, Naruto feels like he senses someone in the bushes and throws a kunai, only to reveal a white rabbit. Sakura scolds Naruto and asks if her words earlier meant nothing to him. Naruto, looking disheartened, tells her that he truly did think there was someone there. Sakura, seeing Naruto is telling the truth, looks closer at the rabbit and notices that its fur doesn't add up to the season they're in. She quickly goes to Kakashi to relay her findings, and Kakashi nods his head as he is also aware they are being watched. Then suddenly, they get jumped by the Chunin bandits. Sakura, using her quick instincts, levels the ground to get the enemy off their balance, and Naruto and Sasuke swoop from behind and apprehend them. Kakashi congratulates the 3 for their splendid teamwork once again when it mattered the most, especially Sakura for taking charge. He then begins interrogating the bandits for information. However, before Kakashi can get anywhere, he has to quickly dodge a large blade swinging in that slashes their captured enemies in half. The genin look horrified by the bloodshed and don't understand what's happening. Kakashi apprehends the situation has gotten dire and tells Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto to get away with the bridge builder. The new enemy, in almost a flash, gets between the builder and the genin and attempts to end them immediately. Unfortunately for Zabuza, Kakashi has already gotten a lock on him with his Sharingan and stops him in his tracks. The enemy says the rumors he heard about the copycat ninja Kakashi were true. Kakashi has now revealed his Sharingan to fend off Zabuza and protect his genin. After coming in close contact with this, Sasuke has currently frozen up, a look we have yet to see from him, potentially revealing his past trauma. Sakura notices this and quickly shakes Sasuke out of it and reassures him not to worry as she and Naruto are there for him to have his back. Kakashi is happy to see his team have each other for support and now puts his faith in them. Then within seconds he get captured in a water prison jutsu and the genin are left to fend for themselves. Zabuza's water clone then begins trashing Naruto and Sasuke, but doesn't really go after Sakura, at least not yet, as he believes she is useless. During this time, Naruto spawns a horde of shadow clones to distract Zabuza. Naruto then moves forward with his plan, with Sasuke involving the shadow demon Wind Shotokan. However, just as Zabuza is forced to let go of their sensei, Sakura throws a kunai infused with razor-sharp chakra at Zabuza's blind side, shredding up his backside. Naruto had replaced Sakura with one of his shadow clones, allowing Sakura to get in a surprise attack. Now that Zabuza's injured and Kakashi's free, things have quickly turned to the worst for our villain. And that's where we're ending it. So, if you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment down below, because I love interacting with you guys. Well, until next time, much love, Neon out!